In Africa, leadership often comes and goes, but some presidents have held on to power for decades. Today, on Untold Africa, we count down the 10 longest-serving presidents in Africa of all time, both current leaders and those who shaped history long before. From military strongmen to liberation icons, these leaders have profoundly influenced their countries, for better or worse. Let's see who made the list. Starting our countdown at number 10 is President Idriss Déby Itno of Chad. Déby first seized power in December 1990 by overthrowing then-President Hissène Habré in a bloody coup. He went on to govern Chad for over 3 decades, winning multiple elections, often criticized as unfair, and fighting numerous rebel insurgencies. Déby ruled for 30 years before his death in April 2021. Déby's tenure saw Chad become an important oil producer and regional military power, but it was also marred by authoritarian rule. He remained in office until April 2021, when he died on the battlefield. At number 9 is Isaias Afwerki, the first and only president of Eritrea. He came to power when Eritrea gained independence from Ethiopia in April 1993. Since then, Afwerki has remained president without ever holding a true democratic election. He is also the chairman of the People's Front for Democracy and Justice. His government is often called a dictatorship, opposition parties are banned, and conscription is mandatory. Afwerki has been in charge since independence, which means over 3 decades in office. Eritrea fought a brutal border war with Ethiopia 1998 to 2000 under his command, and his long rule has drawn international criticism, yet he remains firmly in power. At number 8 is Robert Gabriel Mugabe, who led Zimbabwe from 1980 until 2017, a total of 37 years. A liberation hero against white minority rule, he became prime minister in 1980 and president in 1987. Initially celebrated for advancing education and health, his later years were marked by authoritarian policies, land seizures, economic collapse, and human rights abuses. Mugabe was forced out in a military coup in 2017 and passed away in 2019. His lengthy rule still looms large in African history. At number 7 is Gnassingbé Eyadema of Togo, who became president in 1967 after a military coup. He ruled for 38 years until his death in 2005, surviving multiple assassination attempts and controlling the country through elections that were never free. Togo was governed under a one-party state for decades. Eyadema was succeeded by his son, Faure Gnassingbé, continuing the family's hold on power. At number 6 is José Eduardo dos Santos, who became Angola's president in 1979 following the death of Agostinho Neto. He led Angola through civil war and later oversaw the oil-driven economic boom. Dos Santos ruled until 2017, a tenure of 38 years. His administration faced accusations of nepotism and corruption, enriching a small elite, including his own family, but he maintained power for nearly 4 decades before resigning. If you're enjoying this countdown of Africa's long-serving leaders, don't forget to subscribe to Untold Africa and click the bell icon so you never miss a story from the continent's fascinating history. Thank you. At number 5 is Yoweri Museveni of Uganda. Museveni came to power after a guerrilla war in 1986, ousting Milton Obote. He has won every election since, often amid accusations of fraud, and has extended his rule by changing the constitution. Museveni is credited with stabilizing Uganda and promoting economic growth, but also centralizing power and cracking down on dissent. His tenure has lasted nearly 39 years. At number 4 is Denis Sassou Nguesso of the Republic of the Congo. He first seized power in 1979, ruled until 1992, and returned after a civil war in 1997, remaining president since. His total tenure amounts to 41 years. Sassou has changed constitutions, won referendums, and presided over both socialist and multi-party governments. His decades in power include economic reforms, but also allegations of authoritarianism. At number 3 is Omar Bongo Ondimba, president of Gabon from 1967 until his death in 2009, a tenure of 42 years. He presided over Gabon's oil wealth and maintained tight control of politics, while his son Ali Bongo succeeded him. Though relatively popular, his rule allowed little political freedom. At number 2 is Paul Biya, president of Cameroon since November 1982. He has extended his rule by changing the constitution and won multiple elections, including in October 2025. Biya's leadership has overseen economic growth and modernization, but also political unrest, including conflicts in Anglophone regions. He remains one of Africa's longest-serving leaders. At number 1 is Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo of Equatorial Guinea. He seized power in August 1979 by overthrowing his uncle in a military coup and has remained president since, totaling over 46 years. His administration oversaw discovery of oil, which enriched a small elite. Obiang's government has faced criticism for corruption, human rights abuses, and suppression of dissent, yet he remains in power. Those are the 10 longest-serving presidents in Africa. Which of these leaders' decades in power do you think had the biggest impact on their country, for better or worse? Or is there someone you expected to see on this list, but didn't? Tell us in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share with your friends, and click the video appearing on your screen to keep uncovering Africa's hidden stories. Thanks for watching Untold Africa.